Focus this morning is on hypertension, a silent killer where almost 1 in 4 Kenyans has hypertension and more than half of Kenyans have never had their blood pressure measured. That is according to a national survey for non-communicable diseases. Nowadays, you can do most things from the comfort of your seat through your mobile phone. You can online shop. If you want to travel, you can just call an Uber and help you move around. So this is also increasing the risk of high blood pressure, right?
That's right.
Because we have people, doing less than they used to, and we spend most of the days seated, right? So this is also a risk factor.
Yes.
Now, research shows that men are more likely to suffer from cardiovascular diseases than women. Is that your experience?
Yes. It's more likely that there are more men than women, especially more men above 40 years. And for women who are in their menopausal years, we're talking about women above 55. So at that age, your risk of hypertension goes up.
All right. What risks do you get from high blood pressure, and how can you keep hypertension at bay? My guests this morning are Dr. Caroline Irongo, who specializes in treating cardiovascular diseases, and Evans Nyambega, who is talking to us about his experience with hypertension and the effects of a stroke, as well as the path to recovery. Now, Anthony Kipsang Towet from Mumbo Sukutek Kericho says the first thing is that stress causes hypertension. Don't quarrel with somebody and don't follow bad news. Well, I'm all for the stress beat, but Dr. what's the contribution of stress, and what would you make of his suggestion, don't quarrel with somebody and don't follow bad news?
In certain populations, stress has been associated with high blood pressure. It is postulated due to high cortisol levels that stress brings, and high cortisol levels in turn will cause high blood pressure in the long run.
Okay. So how often should we get our blood pressure checked?
In a young person, at least you should have an annual medical checkup.
Young means what to what age?
At least age below 40 years. Yeah.
Get checked once?
At least once a year.
For your blood pressure?
If you're a young person and you're active.
That sounds like so long.
If you're a young person, you're active, you don't have any of those risk factors.
Okay.
For someone who's older, and then of course, you see as you grow older, the risk factors increase. And then chances are that you're overweight, there's that family history. So you at least go for your checkup every 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Yes.
If it has high levels and needs to be brought under control, am I automatically put on medication?
You need to go to the hospital, have your blood pressure checked. At least for you to be diagnosed with hypertension, you need to have at least 3 readings.
140/90, that are above 140/90.
Yes.
So I'll be put on medication?
Not immediately. There are some people who will come with high blood pressure at the office. But when they go home, the blood pressure is normal.
Yes.
Yes. So you don't. So those are the people we call. They have white coat hypertension. So for those people whose blood pressure seems to be abnormal in the office, or rather at the hospital, but when they go home, they need to be evaluated. There's a test that we call ambulatory blood pressure measurement, where they fix them a blood pressure machine, and they go home. It records your blood pressure over a 24-hour period. Once you're at home or going about your day-to-day activities, away from the hospital, and that you'll be able to tell your blood pressure is going above 130/80.
Okay.
Yes.
Even for many patients, it is the high blood pressure that leads, uncontrolled high blood pressure that leads to the stroke.
Yeah.
But in your case, the same time you found out you had uncontrolled high blood pressure is when you suffered the stroke. So those were 2 things at a go. How did you deal with that?
It is very difficult actually to tell how managed. Sometimes that's why we believe in God. Because when you are caught in such a situation, it becomes really difficult to. But the doctors in Kenyatta managed my pressure, and then after managing it, now I now appeared to have started gaining my consciousness. Then now they told me now you are in this condition. Now, first of all, they encouraged me to accept that now this is the way I am. Then after this, they were able to give me some medication, which actually made me, I believe, to be what I am today. Because now I permanently use drugs. Because there's no way, if like I leave it for a time, I find my pressure up. So this is something that I must take oftenly as required, so that I live. Yes. So
Okay.
I don't know if I have answered your
Yes,
question.
you have. You
Yes.
have.
About the drugs being available,
Only sometimes.
that would apply most likely, especially in the public hospital, where you find
Where most patients with hypertension would probably go.
Yes, so yes, it is possible that most of the time it's because the drugs are lacking from facilities.
Okay.
Again, just to re-emphasize the gaps in our healthcare system.
Actually, the cost of medication is out of reach for many, and it's my appeal to the government. Although, okay, the government is doing much, like in terms of NHIF, things like this, so that the commoner can reach a drug. So my appeal is that much more should be done.
Okay.
Because really the cost of medication is very high.
Give us a rough idea of how much it costs you on medication per month.
Yeah, like 3,000
Per month.
Yeah, per month. Because I am on 3 regimes. One is Rosatan with H, and then there's aspirin because of the thinning of my blood. And then there's amlodipine. So each is like almost 1,000.
So that's 3,000 shillings.
Yeah.
Is NHIF, are you benefiting from NHIF in any way?
Yes, I'm benefiting actually, and of course this is because of my chief caregiver.
Yes.
I've told you.
Your friend and dear.
Yeah, my friend.
Yes.
Yes, and because okay, she's a contributor. I benefit. Now my question is this: what about those who do not have
Precisely
such conditions, in their lives? So these are the people that we are fighting for. In fact, that's why, like I am the chairman of Stroke Association of Kenya. So Stroke Association of Kenya, we have come together so that we may bargain with the government, so that the drug is lowered a bit, so that our people can enjoy.